99X. It's the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie. I am your self-proclaimed reality show freak, and Leslie has to fight me on that. Yeah, I'm trying to pull her in. But ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Mark L. Walberg. Hey, Mark.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Woo-hoo.
Mr. Temptation Island, congratulations on the return. Season 5 just hit the airwaves. Love it.
Thank you.
I think it's a brilliant marketing move to call it Hump Day on USA. I love that. On Wednesday nights, Hump Day programming.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with that, but it seems to fit, so I'm going to just lean into it.
Yeah.
And when I say lean into it, I mean that metaphorically.
Of course. Anyway, you can watch it on Peacock also after it runs on Wednesday nights.
So, Mark, I have to ask you, because you've hosted so many shows, you're such an expert. Is this your favorite show that you've hosted of all time?
I get asked that question. I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure. It is my favorite show in this respect. It's my favorite show as far as the locations we go to. It's my favorite show as far as the staff and crew I work with. And it's my favorite show in the sense of it is the show that allows me to be the most authentic, most real, talk about the things that matter the most in what looks to be an unlikely place for that to occur. So I guess on many levels, it is the favorite show I've ever done.
It's changed so much because I've watched all the seasons, and the first season, I remember it was a drastically different show, and then it picked up and it had kind of a different feel. And as you move into this season, I hear you guys are, there's a new twist. Now, I haven't watched last night's episode yet, so something about a light?
Well, there are several new twists, but the one that people are really commenting about is the Temptation Light. So we've got the two villas as people are beginning their journey of being single again. And however, while they don't have any idea what's going on the other side of the island, there's a light in each house. And if somebody has succumbed to temptation, whatever that should mean, that light turns on. What's interesting about it is you don't know who did what. And you don't know what they did. So what happens in the theater of the mind is, I say, is actually a vehicle for you to pass some answers about what you're actually feeling about your relationship. But it is nerve-wracking. It adds a lot of drama.
Yeah.
I think viewers have really loved it.
Have you had any of the couples, because I don't know what the rules are for you, come to you for advice and you've had to be like, nope, I can't share or say anything to you?
That's my whole role. It has turned out. It wasn't what my plan is. But most of it happens on camera because I don't have a lot of time with them off camera. But when I do see them off camera, like in passing or in these moments, we're constantly like going there, and the producers are saying, "Hey, you got to chill. You can't do that right now. Save it for TV."
Yeah, save it for the show.
Right. To that end, many of these people who've been on the show keep in contact with me after the show. So I'm in constant conversation with a lot of the people who've been on the show before.
And Leslie, who was self-proclaimed, does not watch reality and doesn't watch this stuff. And, someday she'll come down with me to the lower echelons because I love this stuff. One of the things, Leslie, that happens is when they go and they get together, they bring out this iPad and they'll show moments of the other person's partner, like where they've been, at another place, hanging out, partying, doing whatever.
Right.
Mark, have you ever had moments where you showed someone an iPad thing and something went so bad that you couldn't even air it on TV?
No.
No?
We air, everything airs. Things have gone bad. But I'll tell you about those videos. I don't see them until they see them. So I watch them for the first time on camera with them.
Oh.
Really?
Well, it's my choice, and I'm supported by my producers on that. I don't want to project anything. I don't want to be looking like I'm the one trying to cause misery. What happens, and I just want to be there to say, okay, I've witnessed it with you. Let's talk about it, and let's see if we can get to the other side. And I'm always trying to find, so what can we learn from this, no matter how painful it is? What is it saying? What answers are there for you? How do we process this in a healthy way? So that's what I'm kind of trying to drive home all the time.
So here's a stupid non-Temptation Island question, because I've always wondered, do you, Mark L. Walberg, and Mark Walberg have some sort of gentleman's agreement to not get in trouble so you can save each other PR problems?
I have never met him, so we don't have any formal agreement, but I have many times out of deference to him, because the light is always shining a little brighter on him, been clear to say, that's not me, that's him.
Yeah.
Thank you for the message you've sent. Let me forward it over to him. So it has been confusing nonetheless. But at some point I had to kind of just say, life is what it is. I am who I am. And you either know who I am or you don't. And if you get confused, bless your heart.
You two need to meet.
Trying to live my life as some version of a Walberg.
One show that you did that I loved and I did watch religiously was Antiques Roadshow.
Now I know what your vibe is. Great.
How long did you do that show?
I was the on-camera host for about 11 seasons, and then I did voiceover for another 3 or 4, so about 14 altogether, I think. I don't know. I didn't count.
Do more people recognize you from Temptation Island or Antiques Roadshow?
I think Temptation Island, but I never know.
Totally different demographics.
And by the way, but maybe not, because
No?
I'm confused all the time. So there are several shows that have following. So there's this game show I did years ago called Russian Roulette. There's another one called Shop Till You Drop. There's Antiques Roadshow. There's Temptation Island. They all have different audiences. And people come up to me, and I literally have to say, so first of all, who do you think I am? Because you might think I'm somebody else, because I get that a lot.
Right.
And what show do you know me from? And it doesn't really matter, because I actually gave a talk yesterday to a business organization. I said, look, different audiences, same me. So hopefully the audience is never confused. You're usually going to get the same version of me no matter what the format is.
What was that show you did on a plane? I remember that show.
You're the only one who watched it. It's called Game Plane.
Game Plane.
That was quite an experience, that one.
That was a brilliant idea. But, no, I mean, Fram, did you ever see that? It was like a game show in the air.
I actually think that would have been funny.
It was funny, but it was sort of like, if you'd done a crime, this was a court-appointed community service.
Oh.
It really felt like for me.
Oh, man.
It was a little rough. You're trapped on a plane for hours trying to tape a TV show with turbulence, and some of the people on the plane don't want to play, and some do. It was a lot of work.
Well, Temptation Island is back. Season 5 is happening right now. You can catch it Wednesday nights on Hump Day programming, and then also on Peacock on the app afterwards. This time, first ever engaged couple, right? I heard.
That's correct. They are engaged. They've been stuck. They don't know why. She doesn't really want to plan the wedding. He had broken up with her, came back and said, I've looked around, but this is the best I can do. I think it was sort of a vibe. And they're on the show. So that's a story certainly worth watching.
All right. I will be all eyes all summer. Mark L. Walberg, thank you very much for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Temptation Island, Wednesday nights on USA Hump Day.